This is the Horse Radio Network.
Rick Wallace.
And I have Don Holly here with me.
3 phases, dressage, cross-country, show jump. And you're out on course and something's going wrong or going right. You know how to react to what they're doing.
It was built originally to be a schooling facility, and so everything's set up very conveniently.
And welcome to the Jon and Rick Show, the voice of the Horse Radio Network's eventing radio show, brought to you straight from the Horse Trailer Pros studios. Thanks to Matt Taub for making this possible, and a big thanks to Joel Wiesner of EQTV Network, who is the producer of this show, and also to Glenn Abert for signing us on. I don't know what you were thinking, Glenn, but we're doing that too for the eventing radio show. We're excited to be doing it.
You do that really well.
Boom!
You know what's really funny, though? The intro, every time we see you naked, I just laugh.
Yeah, I know. We have to maybe not laugh every...
Why?
Okay, you know what? That's right. Laugh.
I mean, you see me falling off on that $1 million or million view.
Right.
Yeah.
I like watching you in that video.
Off,
well, you were kind of like hanging
was a hanging
It's like a mountain climbing thing.
It's our second new format show.
Yeah, it's an exciting
There's
show.
some guy that's going to be on this show. It's going to be exciting to have him.
Yeah, we got Alex O'Neill, a new dad.
A new dad. I've known this guy since he was like, wasn't he 17?
Yeah, I know, it's hard to believe. It actually just makes me feel
old. His mother
old.
actually she's a cosmetologist.
Yeah, she's cut my hair before.
I remember meeting her a while back when he was younger, but now he's a dad.
Yeah, and he's also on the USEF developmental list.
Now, I want to talk about that, but we can talk about it later. What the hell is developmental?
Well, it
sounds something
It's
weird.
a mind thing.
Can it be just developing?
It's mental, and you're developing your mental abilities
We'll
to
ask-
ride.
we'll ask
Yeah, we'll
Alex
ask
what he
Alex
feels
all
about
about that. And then we've also going to be talking about Bruce's Field, right?
Yeah.
And
who's going to be doing the live stream there?
I believe that would be Joel Wiesner and EQTV. And we're going to go over the entry list. And that is happening tomorrow, February 28th and 29th.
I know it's going to be exciting. I remember watching it last year. I wasn't able to go. Unfortunately, we can't go this year either. But it was fun to watch. And I know that Shelley Page, is organizing it. And Shelley does such a great job putting this stuff together. We were talking to her the other day. And she said it's just like putting together like a jockey club or something. It's just a lot of work all combined into.
Yeah, she was saying because of all of the press and the publicity around it, it just adds in a whole other element of work.
Right. So you going to be trying to do that in the next year or so, going up there to do that one? Or
I would like to go, yeah. I mean, I would like to do all that stuff. I think it's tough, because you got to make sure that it's right for the horse that you're producing, that, like my horses, I want to get up to Bromont. You got to make sure, does it make sense for them and that lead up to go to those competitions? It's kind of a specialized thing sometimes.
That's pretty, that is true. It is specialized. It's got to fit into your goal, your plan for that season, right?
And your plan for that horse, quite honestly.
Exactly.
Some horses can go and do that, and
be
some
fine.
horses just do that. Some horses, if you want to get them to Kentucky or Bromont or wherever, you don't want to do that. So it just depends. But I love going and doing that kind of stuff.
Right.
And speaking of cool things to do, we also have the entries just closed for the Ocala Eventing Prix.
Max and Scott.
Yeah, we don't have the list quite yet, but it's going to be exciting. It's over at Southern Cross Farm on, 225?
It is 225, and the great thing there is it's going to be live streamed again by
Joel Wiesner, EQTV.
This guy's just all over the place.
I don't know if he has time for us, to be honest.
How does he make time for us?
I'm not sure.
But it's going to be a great time. It's March 3rd. It's a Tuesday. We've got a table.
I know. I'm excited about the table.
It's the Jon and Rick show table.
That's right.
And I know Kathy's going to be doing the commentary. And we might go bust in on her.
We might drop in
and go give her a hard time in there.
Yeah,
right?
and mess with her.
Is Alex doing that?
I don't know. We'll have to ask him if he's going to be there or not. I'm not sure. It's a good question. Yeah, but that'll be a good time. And so you want to either, if you're in town in Ocala, which if you're watching this show and you're not in Ocala, you should come. Get down to Ocala for this on March 3rd, or watch it on EQTV.
And what's happening right after March 3rd is Red Hills. We talked about it a little bit. We talked about it in the last show.
Yep.
Red Hills will be happening the 5th through the 8th, I believe.
Yep, and that's always a great competition.
And we are going to be talking some with Jane Murray.
Yeah, I think we have a call that we did with her.
We're going to do it in the 5th segment and talk to her about Carolina and the $100,000 that they're doing there.
Man, $100,000. How cool is that? Yeah.
And it was interesting, and we'll talk about it when we get with Jane in the 5th segment. But they talk about FEI and how when you do prize money for the FEI, you have to report it prior to the event. I mean, like 6 weeks out, right?
Yeah.
You can change your prize money. I think Shelley kind of educated me during the Jockey Club. You can change your prize money 2 weeks out, but there's a lot of things you can't change with the FEI.
Right.
But the requirement is 33%. They can only give 33% to first place.
Yeah, no more than 33%. Yeah.
And then they have to give prize money through 30% of the field.
Right. And so it all depends on how many entries you get in as to how far down it goes. And, again, I think as the sport grows and gets bigger from great shows like this, bringing it publicity,
right.
More and more companies are going to want to get involved, and we're going to get more and more prize money. And I think that's nothing but good for the sport.
No. And you know what I noticed at the Florida Horse Park and at the Ocala Horse Trials is hats off to Emily Holmes. They did what's called a jackpot division.
Yeah.
And this is across it. So it was at the beginner, novice, all the way up the divisions, right?
Some people were real jerks and put their advanced horses in training divisions.
Was it a Canadian?
No, it was an American.
Oh.
Yeah, he put his training level horse.
We're all Americans.
His advanced horse.
He
put his advanced horse in a training division because that horse was coming back from a long holiday, and he won.
You won it.
Yeah, and I did. I won. I crushed him.
You were talking about yourself?
Yeah, I was. I crushed him in the training level. I made them cry, actually. Yeah.
I was sitting there going, some shit. It's friend.
It was kind of a jerk move, but whatever. It was
avocado.
It was an open class. Yeah, the Avoca Druid.
And that horse owned by Rebecca Farm?
Yeah, Team Rebecca. Yeah, it's a great horse. Rebecca. It's a great horse, and I'm excited that he's back out doing some stuff. So that was fun. And
you made more than you did.
And you know what? If you're going to enter, and you're going to have a nice little quiet run around a training level, if you can get some money, why not?
Did you just let that one go?
Let what go?
Did you make more money than you do pole dancing with here downtown Harrison?
I couldn't hear you. Pardon?
Yeah, he had his other advanced horse was downtown Harrison that he won Bromont that he streaked with.
Yeah.
But that was named after a what?
That was named after my mom took my wife out to see some adult entertainment on deer hunting weekend. And that was the first time she met.
I can tell when you don't like to talk.
I don't like. I feel like because I feel like we
small.
Talk about this a lot, and they're probably sick of it.
I don't think anybody probably knew that.
All right, I'm sick of it.
What else is happening?
So let's see. We have here news around the globe.
This is pretty cool. I don't know if I can pronounce his name right.
Yeah, we struggle with that anyway.
I know Corinne Florent Langnau.
I feel like you were really good with the first two. Corinne Florent Langnau. Of France.
Won the Devico Indoor Eventing Derby in Bordeaux, France on an Anglo-Arab.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. Those horses have a lot of blood and can run all day long.
What else is an Anglo-Arab that represents the United States? Somebody that's here. Her name is Lauren
Kiefer.
And the horse's name is?
I would know him as Bug, right?
Vermiculus.
Yeah, which would be actually not
That's
a
owned
bug.
by.
That would be
I like this. Is
Bug was her first one. Vermiculus, they don't call him Bug because Vermiculus is actually like the.
That's a bug.
Well, it's the baby bug. What do you call a baby bug?
A vermiculus.
The little
bug?
sluggy thing. Yeah.
Lauren knows. Sorry, that segued into Lauren, but she has a great horse that she's really proud of because it's related to one of her first advanced horses that she had.
Right.
But
Maggot. Maggot. Vermiculus is a fancy word for maggot. I knew I'd get there eventually. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
And then the other thing that's really cool going back to prize money is that Le Moulin just added 25,000 more euros to their prize money.
Which totals what? $109,264.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
I know. That's a lot.
I think I'm going to go there. That's what I want to do.
That's good. It's in Germany, right?
Let's go win that. Yeah, absolutely. That'd be good.
Well, I think it's a lot of cool things happening around, especially in the world, the capital of the world for horses.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say it was the capital of the world, period. It feels like that.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
But
horse capital of the world.
We're so excited to be back for our second show. new format here at Horse Trailer Pros Studios, we want to call it. And we appreciate the ability to use this place. And we're going to sit here and maybe take a segue down to a commercial break.
Yeah, so we've got Alex O'Neill coming up in the next segment, which will be a ton of fun. He's always entertaining, and he's probably exhausted with the new kid. I bet he's not sleeping, and he probably looks horrible.
Especially he just kicks Ellie out and says, "Go take care of the baby."
Yeah, I'm sure that's what happens. Anybody who knows Ellie knows that's what happens, for sure.
Yeah, well, let's go to the commercial break, get him back in here so we can start talking about all this.
All right, we'll be back with Alex. The equestrian life has big highs, heartbreaking lows, and so many moments of self-doubt. From CCI 5-star to starter, every rider needs a support system and a cheering section. A care package filled with equestrian goodies can be the perfect way to celebrate, congratulate, or commiserate. Let Present Pony do the work so you don't have to miss an opportunity to express your love and support. Jump for Joy show jumps are FEI approved or perfect for your private farm. They're easy to move and high quality and durable, so there's never any painting or scraping required. Need a custom jump with your farm logo or a sponsor jump to place on course? The options are endless. Jump for Joy has something for every budget and can work with you on design. These are just a few of the jumps that we've had custom built for us over the years by Jump for Joy. Check them out at jumpforjoyusa.com. Summit Joint Performance, the injectable joint supplement used by numerous international and Olympic riders, invites you to experience the winning Summit difference. Made of all natural ingredients, Summit increases mobility and comfort. Win your class with Summit Joint Performance. Zachary Brandt Eventing is located in Northwest Ocala and currently has openings for horses in training and for sale. Zach has experience riding multiple horses up through the advanced and 4-star level, as well as teaching riders and horses of all ages and levels. In addition to teaching lessons, Zach is also available for clinics as well as coaching at competitions. You can find Zach on Facebook and on Instagram. Welcome back to the Jon and Rick Show, the voice of Horse Radio Network's eventing radio show presented by Horse Trailer Pros, and a special welcome to this guy, Alex O'Neill.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for coming in.
Pleasure to be here.
I'm impressed you were able to get out of the house with, with a new kid in there.
I just do whatever I want these days, actually.
Sure.
Yeah, it's going really well for me.
That's funny.
Yeah. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. So she's sleeping.
Fiona.
Yeah, she sleeps pretty good. She kind of goes like maybe 9 to 12 and then has a little snack and then 12 to 4 and then
right.
another snack.
Do you have to get up when she wakes up?
Yeah, we kind of switch off.
Right.
She's a good baby though. Like she eats and goes back to sleep.
Yeah, I did get to see her, and I think we have a picture of her here. Maybe we can pop that up. We'll see if we can get it up here in a minute for everybody to see. But this is, honestly, I'm not just saying that because he's my good friend. It is a beautiful baby. Look at that.
She's pretty cute.
Thank God she took after her mother.
Pretty cute. That's right. She did.
Oh,
Thank God.
Thank God. You look pretty proud.
Yeah, no, I was awake for a long time in that picture, so I'm just glad that I still look like myself.
Was it hard on you, the labor? Did you get through it okay?
You know, it went well.
Yeah?
It went well for me.
Didn't
It took like 20 hours. You know, it was...
How was Ellie?
She was fine. Yeah.
She made it through.
I'll tell you
No,
what.
she was amazing, actually. It's everybody tells you about it, and what they don't tell you is that it's horrible. Well, for them, you like when you're sitting there watching it. I mean, there's nothing you can do. You can make them as comfortable as they can be, but they can't eat or drink anything, so it's just miserable.
Right.
They can eat
it's pretty horrible.
ice chips.
Yeah.
Did she threaten you at any point?
No, she was amazing.
see, she's good
it
because-
blew my mind actually how nice she was, because I don't think I could have handled it as well as
but
she
that's
did.
why women are tougher than men.
Yeah, they totally are.
They are.
Totally are.
And you know what? The one thing with having a baby is they forget the pain. That's why they get pregnant again.
There's some version of that that's true. Like,
I'm not so sure because I saw Ellie a few days after, and I looked at her. I was like, "So you good?" And she's like, "Yeah." That was the worst experience I've ever gone through.
I mean, she's still not. If she doesn't want to have another
I
one,
saw her.
it's fair enough. But
I saw her a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago at the Florida Horse Park. She looked amazing.
Yeah.
I was like,
she's. I don't know what the kind of typical turnaround is for
No,
new moms, but I mean, we went cross country school today, and
she was riding?
she was smoking. I mean, she jumped everything
It's impressive.
on her horse that I did, and probably a little more. I mean, she looked great.
Right. So
didn't
she's
miss
going to
a
be
beat.
back to riding.
Oh yeah,
She's not giving up on that.
Yeah, she's back at. I think she's
Right.
probably going to be more competitive and more.
I feel like
settled in it than ever. I mean, I think she's just kind of relit the fire to do it.
Yeah.
you know.
A little bit of like a chip on her shoulder almost.
Yeah,
no,
but
I'm
yeah,
not
but
done.
but in kind of a because I think she was that way before. She was always super competitive and tough, and now I think she's like just more confident about everything. And
That's
I think
good.
I think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
That's
Awesome.
I think it's
excellent.
going to be good for her. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, congratulations again. That's awesome. I'm really
Thank
happy
you.
for both of you guys. So you have a pretty exciting future going ahead because you are on the developmental list.
Yeah. Yep. Not
so-
not the developmentally challenged list.
No,
but
no,
the
developmental.
I know. Why did
potential,
they call?
which
Do
is
you know
cool.
why they called it that?
I don't know. I mean, I need help. Like I get it, but you know, I didn't think they had to call it that.
Yeah. All right.
No, that is pretty cool, huh?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
no, it's
now, when they put you on the list, do they put you on with a particular horse?
No, so it's not like a combo thing. It's a mentorship program, so it's kind of like the introductory level to all the lists. Like they hope that if they put you on this, they can kind of start to guide you into being on those upper level kind of
Which I think-
high performance lists in the future.
I think that's cool that they don't, because I think in the past they did assign on the developing list the horse specific to
Yeah,
the rider,
yeah.
and then if your horse was hurt or something, it's like,
Right.
what are you going to do?
Yeah, you're
so
off
if
the
you
list.
just, but as a rider, get put on there, you're able
Yeah,
to
it's
work
pretty
through
cool.
some issues.
And like even, I mean, to be honest, I was shocked that I made it this year because the horse that I made it with last year, which was a great horse,
Right.
did get hurt. Actually, this past kind of a couple weeks before the date now, at Ocala 1 year ago, he got hurt, and then I had a pretty quiet year, and then by the fall, I kind of had some other horses going and stuff, but I thought for sure there was no way that I was going to keep going on it. But I think it's all about kind of the
Right.
direction you're headed, and hopefully if you, like, I was lucky enough to have some other horses that I could ride, and a couple of them were Ellie's, but that kind of kept me in it. So
So you knocked
happened
her
to
up
make
at
it
the right
again.
time. Yeah. Good job.
She said she'd already let me ride the one before she got knocked
No,
out,
I
but I
think-
did have to ride one of them
Did you
before.
get that
But
down
you're
on a
right.
note?
I do know that developmental list is a very forward-thinking, sort of predict the future type list, and so what they've done is gone in and said that you look like you're trending the right direction and you're worth putting some time and effort into. So no pressure, but don't blow it.
Yeah, well, and I mean, I couldn't make one of the under 25 lists to save my life for years, and I kept
remember.
applying, and I even thought I had friends that were on the selection committee. I don't know,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
just couldn't seem to
It
make it
usually
on
works.
for years.
I'm just going to tell you right now, that usually works against you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited about it, and I think it's a really cool thing. And Leslie's kind of the ringleader with all of it, and we get some help from him, and
Right.
he's awesome. So
Yeah,
I think it's an
Leslie Law is so
exciting
great.
thing. Yeah,
He made a great guy.
I think it's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
What about this England trip?
So this fall, we're hoping to do that. We're
Wow.
kind of getting organized with what horses go. We kind of have to sell everything else and get some stuff organized before we do it.
And this
We're
was
really
like
excited.
a real top secret trip you guys were planning.
yeah,
Did he
until
let it out
Ellie
of
put
the
it on
bag?
Facebook.
And then Ellie put it on Facebook.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I was supposed to be more organized and, kind of telling some people about it, but we were pretty committed to going, so we're excited.
Right.
How long
It's
are you
gonna
going
be
to stay?
Hopefully like a little over a year, so we'll kind of go fall
So
to fall.
Fiona will come back with an English accent.
Yeah, we're going to keep her there long enough to pick up an accent.
That's what this is really about.
That's what it's
Daddy, I
about.
want to go
Yeah.
on goose.
Right.
The horse thing's kind of a bonus.
Because what I've noticed is if you have an accent and you're in the horse world, you can charge at least 10% more for everything.
Oh, more than that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
way more.
is the plan
and you
that
win
you
medals too, which
that
would be
helps.
weird, but
Yeah, that helps too. So that's
Be
the
a
plan
nice
then, is to
trend.
get Fiona to get the accent, bring her back, and then have her go in charge of the sales business.
yeah, we've actually got a string of ponies
Right,
that are
good
being
deal.
bred right now.
I've got a really nice pony in South Florida.
There you go.
It's a medium pony. It's super nice.
So you talked a little bit about the horse that you were put on the list for last year.
Yeah.
And I know you got a grant for that horse, but tell us a little bit about the horses that you got in your barn and what you're
So-
riding.
So that horse, he's called Fury, and he's actually coming back. He had that kind of a minor injury, but He's doing great. He's in full work. I haven't jumped him yet, but he's rocking.
What is
He'll
he?
be back going. He is a 10-year-old Dutch warmblood, and he's amazing. He's probably
that's a cool
probably the
one.
best
I
horse I've
remember
ever had,
Is that the
and picked
Fury
up that
H
injury.
horse?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he won the Jockey Club last fall at the 3-star, the now 3-star long level.
Not to be confusing. Right.
Yeah, but he did that, and then he promptly got hurt kind of the first event of the year.
Right.
But he's back going. He's great. He looks probably better than he ever has. He's stronger and
It's
is a little
amazing
more
how when you
mature.
have a year of not competing and you can just work on the fitness and the training and how they're actually like the quality of them is,
Yeah.
how much better they are.
Yeah, it's actually kind of sad that I was making him do that before, because I don't think he really
Right.
had
How did I do that?
Yeah, I don't think he had a lot of the tools that he has now.
Right.
But he's great. And then I've got another one called Miss Moneypenny, a really nice mare. She's 8 this year, and she's kind of going intermediate. She'll be doing some 3-stars. She's awesome. She's probably just as good as that one. She's really talented and sweet. And then another one called QC Destinia, who's for sale, but we'll keep kind of rocking with her. And I'd love to keep her, so hopefully it works out that I can. But she's
How many are you
probably
gonna
got to be
take?
sold. I'll probably take 2, and then Ellie will take probably 4, a couple young ones, and then
Right.
some of the going ones.
And you're going to stay where?
So we're working that out. We might stay. We've got some friends that we bought some horses from, Mike and Emma Winter.
Yeah.
We're talking about doing that, which we haven't confirmed yet,
Right.
but that's kind of an option. And then
works.
there's some
Alex,
other
you'll
places.
find out when Ellie puts it on Facebook.
That's true. Yeah,
And
we
you'll
might
know where
actually
you're
be,
going.
we might
It's
actually
already
be
up.
staying somewhere.
This is
I
where you're
don't
staying.
Yeah. pull it up.
But yeah. So
Cool.
got to work out the details and the visa thing. But
Right.
We're
We'll
getting
probably
there.
just put up a bunch of red flags for you, actually, with the immigration department.
yeah, probably and Brexit.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
So I know we're going to be winding down this segment, but we're going to have you stay on board, and we're going to talk about Bruce's Field. I know last year you commentated.
Yeah.
So let's talk a bit about that when we come back. Where we're going to send off from the Horse Trailer Pros being our presenting sponsor. We love being here, right?
Yeah. Too happy to be
In
at
this cool
the,
place.
Horse
If you want
Trailer
anything for
Studio.
your
Love it.
trailer, you can just go out here and
Yeah.
pick something
These
up.
guys really are awesome. Like, talk about above and beyond. I mean,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
the best.
No
man.
kidding. They're right there.
Yeah,
Right there.
there you go.
Up there.
Pretty cool. And look at that. This is not the coolest studio you've ever been to. I'm telling you
totally.
what. Awesome stuff. So let's go take a break, and we'll be back with Alex for the next segment. Special thanks to our contributing sponsor, Black Horse Farm, Fox Hunting and Eventing. Located in Area 4, Black Horse Farm and the Mossback Hounds in Elizabeth, Illinois, welcome active USEA eventers to come join them for an introductory fox hunt free of charge. Ride with Master of the Hounds, Tony Leahy, and the Mossback Hounds over some of the finest hunt territory in the entire country. For further details, visit Black Horse Farm on Facebook to arrange for a ride sponsor. Grand Prix Eventing at Bruce's Field in Aiken, South Carolina. The triathlon of horse sports, dressage, show jumping, and cross country. Join us February 28th and 29th for Aiken's Eventing Showcase, live on EQTVNetwork.com. ERA of North America is the voice of the rider, to assimilate and leverage the collective voice of North American riders, equine professionals, and owners. ERA of North America works to improve the overall safety, welfare, visibility, and growth of the sport. Be sure to go to www.eraofna.com and jump in. You can compare, you can contrast, but in the end, there's only one ultra premium horse feed, Pro Elite Horse Feed. Its nutrition lock formulas ensure quality. Its advanced amino acid profiles maximize performance. Its regulated starch and sugar levels mean confident calorie sourcings, and its superior digestibility leads to an overall healthier horse. When it comes to feeding your champion horse, there is no competition. There's Pro Elite Horse Feed. For more information, visit www.proelitehorsefeed.com.
Welcome to the Jon and Rick Show. We're the new voice of Horse Radio Network's The Eventing Radio Show.
Yep.
I got that right. And guess what? We're presented by,
Horse Trailer Pros here from the Horse Trailer Pro Studios. Super excited to be here.
I know, right? You could go out here and shop right now, John.
Yeah, I know. Actually, might have taken a couple things. Fortunately, Matt
But I
showed
think
up.
they just came in, so we need to write.
Matt's here now. Probably have to put him back.
I do have like
Got a few reflector
we
strips.
can, like cash register.
Those
in
batteries work well.
Oh, I know they're good.
They're good.
Hey, but we're welcoming back Alex for the segment. I think we want to show some video of your farm and you riding
Yeah,
and stuff like
yeah.
that. Let's go there.
Let's go check it out.
All right,
See
let's
what's
do
going
it.
on.
So there you are. Making
There
your
I
plan
am.
for the day.
Here we
walking.
go. I'm waddling. I don't know. I think I actually got the pregnancy walk when Ellie got pregnant.
Now, what's this horse?
So this is a 5-year-old stallion that Ellie owns actually, because I say that because I was totally against buying him.
Is it a thoroughbred?
It's a thoroughbred, and he's awesome. He's really, really cool. We're excited about him. We've got 2 horses in foal to him next year, and he's just a total beast. Like, I really think a lot of him. And to be honest, I haven't had a lot of full thoroughbreds, so to have one that we kind of get to do everything from the ground up on is pretty exciting. He's called Red Tail Achiever, and I'll be interested to see, like, oh, there's Ellie.
There's Ellie. That was
Red-
Fiona
that
was still
Pre-Fiona,
That was
yeah.
still
when
in.
she was
Yeah.
real pregnant.
But I think he's going to be pretty cool. And then this is Fury, the big one that I made the developing list on last year.
You look really happy.
Yeah, you do look proud of yourself there.
I love that horse. I think he's just the coolest. He's a total jerk. He's really obnoxious to handle, and everybody kind of hates him but me.
He looks
But he's
fine
just,
there. What are you talking about?
as long as you're kind of playing his game and doing what he wants, he's
Let
great.
him eat. Is that what it
Yeah,
takes? Right.
but he's just amazing. I mean, he's super athletic, and when it's kind of game time and you're showing him, he's just such a trier.
So, Alex, your farm is kind of in the circle of eventing farms, right?
Yeah.
You kind of back up
Yep.
to
You got some pretty
the
famous
O'Connors
neighbors.
and the Mars.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all
they're
that.
pretty good. Everybody knows those guys. But
Yeah.
O'Connors, and then we've got Catherine Coleman's next to us.
We
Right.
love Catherine.
And then
Another
who else is on the block?
England during the summer.
Yeah.
Here down.
Yep,
during
she
the
goes
winter.
back and forth. And then we've got some other great event riders. We've got Connor Rollins is down the road, John Michael Durr is down the road, and Kimmy. So
Right.
it's a cool block.
It's a cool
fun.
neighborhood. I feel like
Yeah.
it would stress me out.
Mia, she lives next door too.
Doug-
She's
Mia.
pretty
We
good.
had Mia here a couple
Mia,
weeks
yeah,
ago.
she
Yeah,
was here.
she's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's okay.
Yeah.
You know what she did do? She tried for the first time a Big Mac, and we talked about getting.
We talked.
dinner.
Yeah.
We peer pressured
And
her.
she's
into
like,
it.
I don't eat meat from McDonald's because it's from England.
No, it was from China, is what she said.
China.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
That's right.
I mean, it's
She's
dog.
regionalist. You know what?
Basically.
I will tell you
wrong.
this. She loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she has good taste.
She couldn't stop. She went and got 3 more.
Well, her life just started.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
She even
we
kept-
opened all
she
kinds
kept-
of doors.
Yeah.
She kept the bag as a present for Woods, her boyfriend, for Valentine's Day.
I can't
No
wait to
kidding.
hear how that went down. We
know.
maybe need to have Woods on the next show.
gonna
and
bring
find
Woods
out.
Bowman, is that her boyfriend?
No, it's
Boffman.
Boffman. Yeah, she
Yeah.
told us how to
Cool.
pronounce it, but I can't.
I didn't
remember.
know they were dating.
I don't
That's
remember
great.
anything.
They're dating. We've
There's
announced
there's
it.
a lot of cool couples
Yep.
now, aren't
Cool
there?
couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they may
She
not
keeps
be
a tight
anymore
leash.
after she
She
gave
keeps
them
a tight leash.
Yeah,
Valentine's
after
gift.
she gives them
She's
the
like,
McDonald's
you got to
gift.
behave, Woods.
Yeah. So one thing we'd like to do is talk about Bruce's Field.
Yeah.
You did commentary there last year.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, you
It was
did a really
cool.
good job. You were awesome.
Actually,
Thanks.
you did do good. I really
I felt like I kept it pretty honest. I think sometimes
Yeah.
people like
So-
to get excited and not like actually talk about what's happening. And I tried to do the opposite of that.
just kind of talk about what's happening.
Talk
Yeah.
about actually how the horses.
Yeah,
are
like
going.
how people were riding and
When they
how
made
things were
mistakes.
going. Yeah, I mean, I thought that was a
Yeah.
fair thing to do.
I think it is. You know, I think that's the thing I always find when I'm talking to people who are upset because of this, that, or the other, and this person said that, or can you believe they put that picture out or this out? I'm like, you know, if we want the sport to grow and we want the outside world to
Believe.
have
tuning in.
interest in
Yeah.
it, and you have to, when things don't go right, you have to be willing to take the hits. I mean, if you look at any other professional sport like football or baseball or
Yeah.
basketball, I mean, when they screw it up, it
That's how you
gets-
make anything relatable.
gets brought up. And so here we've
Everything-
got some video of Bruce's Field
Yeah.
showing.
Oh wow! Look.
And it
That,
really
that was
is.
an awesome event. And I think that, I know people like to talk about how, oh, I hope the sport doesn't go in that direction, but it isn't the sport going in that direction. It's gaining all sorts of momentum for the sport in a new way. And I think that's what people need to shut up and realize.
Well, I mean, and you just look at this. That's great for the sport.
It's awesome. And you can see all of it standing in the same spot, you know, and you got William Fox Pitt and all these people that, you know, are able to come over and catch ride and stuff. And how cool was that to watch him ride that stallion around? I mean,
Right.
that was pretty great. So that was a lot of fun. I'd totally do it again. We're not going this year, but
fantastic to see so many spectators. It's a dream come true for us riders to get in front of a big crowd, and we're really happy.
Look at the environment we've got here. It's the best place. I mean, what a ground. How lucky are you guys? This is part of eventing and a great way of showing what we do in a tighter environment. And I think it's great to keep this as a target. Brilliant for sponsors. Actually quite good for the horses. Good for us to sharpen up. And long may it continue.
It's so rewarding and emotional at the same time. I mean, I'd love Bruce to be here, but hopefully he's having a cocktail watching us and enjoying it. But all credit to the town. They really supporting, so it's a win-win for everybody. It's great for our sport, but it's also good for the town and the local charities, and I think it should only grow and get bigger each year.
All right, so that was pretty cool. I think that's going to be exciting to go to, and that happens soon, right? That's tomorrow.
And Saturday.
Awesome.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to be watching on EQTV.
I know, Joel's doing that one, so we're excited about it. Are you commentating there?
I'm not this year. No.
Are you riding there?
I actually was invited to ride, but I'm not going.
Yeah.
The thing about that is you need a horse to actually go run an event stuff.
That is a
Well,
trick.
they have been asking other people to give riders horses to ride with. Why didn't they put you on the list?
I don't know. Well,
Did
if
you
anybody, I didn't know.
Yeah, well, that's
You're on that
probably why.
list.
Yeah, because I want to go and look cool. I don't want to, pull a William Fox bit and not be able to deliver. No. I'm saying that William did it. I'm saying I don't want to try to catch ride and look like an idiot.
Sounded like the
Do you know what it was?
No,
better
no,
when
no,
it
he
sounded
was
like you were
amazing.
dogging on
So
it?
they do have
Next time I'm on the show,
the
I'll go
entry
that
list. We do have an entry list, and there's quite a few on there that's going. I mean, the typical ones that would go. I mean, Philip's going, and Emily Bashir's on the list, and Will Fodry, and anybody you see, Liz Holiday Sharp. Again.
Any predictions? Who do you think's going to win?
Well, you tell us. You're the
I'll
guys.
tell you who's gonna win.
There it is. I mean, you tell us.
Oh,
We got
let's
Coleman on a
see.
couple.
Yep.
Got Philip on Z.
I'm going to
Yeah.
go with De Niro Z.
I mean, it's hard not to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I
as I
think
look,
she'd be in the mix. I think Doug is probably going to be in the mix.
how
on
much
Van
money is?
Diver.
What's the prize for this? How
50
much money?
grand.
50
It's
grand.
not enough money for Doug to jump clear.
I know he needs 100,000.
He needs 100
before he
grand
can
to jump
keep
clear.
the rails up.
That's what he does.
No,
Oh, that's
we're
right.
giving,
only
Yeah,
performs
yeah,
under
yeah.
pressure.
we're
That's
giving him a
right,
hard
that's right.
time.
Yeah.
Sorry, Doug.
Yeah.
I'm
We
not
love
sorry,
you.
Doug. It's fine. Like,
Yeah.
You got your pilot's license. You can fly down here and beat us up.
Yeah.
you know what? I've actually talked to Doug, and he did say at some point he'll fly down for a show.
Fly down for a show or fly down to take us to dinner.
Fly down, do a show, and then he's going to take us to dinner because
I think he said Mark's Prime too. That's
that's
where
what he
wanted
said
to
was
take
March
it.
Prime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah. Thanks, Doug. We're looking forward to it.
All right,
It's gonna be
Doug, you're down. You got to fly down here and take us to dinner after the show.
Yeah, so, I think it is interesting. Like, you look at this and who's going to be the winner. So you think it's going to be Doug
Doug or Liz Halliday.
or Liz Halliday?
That's who I think.
Yeah.
And you know who could be interesting too is Clayton on that Money Made horse. He had that horse when I worked for him, and it's always been amazing. And it's back in work.
So
and it's
did he
going
have that
really
one
well.
at Wellington a few
Yeah,
weeks
he
ago?
fell off.
I'm going to make my prediction. I'm going to go with Danny Mogel.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
she
a
could
big
be in the
one.
mix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to bring it in. You know what we're going to do? We're going to wrap up this segment. We're going to have him stay. Right?
Can you stay?
Can you stay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep you
Awesome.
away from
We can do
baby
it.
and wife a little bit longer?
Yeah, she'll survive.
Or your
She'll be
mom's
all right.
here too, right?
Yeah, my mom lives here now, so
That's
that's a
cool.
huge help.
Awesome. Well, let's
Let's wrap it up here at Horse Trailer Pros. Thanks for presenting us with this great place to do our show. We're going to do some commercials and come back and talk some more.
Sounds good.
Awesome. We'll be right back. The equestrian life has big highs, heartbreaking lows, and so many moments of self-doubt. From CCI 5-star to starter, every rider needs a support system and a cheering section. A care package filled with equestrian goodies can be the perfect way to celebrate, congratulate, or commiserate. Let Present Pony do the work so you don't have to miss an opportunity to express your love and support. Summit Joint Performance, the injectable joint supplement used by numerous international and Olympic riders, invites you to experience the winning Summit difference. Made of all natural ingredients, Summit increases mobility and comfort. Win your class with Summit Joint Performance. ERA of North America is the voice of the rider, to assimilate and leverage the collective voice of North American riders, equine professionals, and owners. ERA of North America works to improve the overall safety, welfare, visibility, and growth of the sport. Be sure to go to www.eraofna.com and jump in. All right, and welcome back to the Jon and Rick Show, the voice of the Horse Radio Network's eventing radio show presented by Horse Trailer Pros. And we've got Alex here still. We're going to just talk a little bit more about Bruce's Field.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I just like how you do the intro because you kind of shake your head a little bit. I think maybe we could put the eyeliner on with the from the 80s.
Yeah. I had a good time. I did that.
Did you see him?
I did. I saw those pictures.
Yeah. You weren't there.
Yeah. My wife was in labor. Thank you very much.
That night?
No.
Right, exactly.
I just wanted to say that to you.
You know, and how cool
John,
was that
if
we did
you
that?
want to dress up and wear makeup, you don't have to throw a party.
Yeah,
Well, we can do that. That's fine.
You were excited the whole time about that.
Oh,
Why didn't
so
you
much
know
fun.
those boots that Jen wore?
I mean, we actually had this
They're
80s.
they're John's boots.
See?
So for the people who are listening and watching, we had an 80s themed fundraiser for the Florida Horse Park to try to build up, to make money for the advanced cross country course that they're going to be putting in.
And actually,
we did pretty well.
Raised some money.
As of right now, we've basically raised about $10,000. It is a start on a very big budget to get this all done, but I think it was a really fun night. I did dress up like a rocker, and my wife dressed up like Dee Snider, but she had on these awesome American boots that we got from our former groom, Katie Long. And she danced so hard, she danced herself right out of the boots. The soles ripped off.
Tape.
I
saw that.
And then we taped them together. And sorry, Katie, you don't get your boots back. But
you know who I think won the Leather Porn Star Award?
I didn't know that was an award, but yeah.
Leslie Law.
Leslie Law.
I saw those pictures. I didn't realize that was him until days later.
Yeah, he came as
legend.
Freddie
He looked
Mercury.
like he was straight from Studio 54.
It was cool. It was cool. And we
awesome.
had actually a competition, a dance-off for best costume and
Did
dancing.
he dance off?
No. But it was like heavily weighted towards not how good of a dancer you are, but how much effort you put in. Because that's the way I dance. Is
Effort
lots
for
of effort.
dressing or effort for dancing?
How much energy
Well, you
you
can't
pump out.
dance with it.
I am incredibly
horrible-
good.
you're a
It's just
horrible
not to the
dancer.
song that's playing at the time.
Whatever's in your head.
Yeah, so actually Joe Meyer ended up winning that competition.
Joe Meyer.
He came as Tom Cruise from Risky Business, running around in tighty whities,
Excellent.
sliding around the floor. You missed a good party. I
showed
can't
up to
believe
a
that. It was an
party.
open bar.
He came to a party at my house as Kanye West once.
No kidding.
I swear.
Wow.
Yeah, like real detailed.
So
the
is
costume was.
his potential career as a as a politician is gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Those pictures ever surfaced. He's in real trouble.
Yeah, that's so. Let's get back to Bruce's Field. So
Back on track.
Yeah, back on track. So the interesting one to me that I think could be really good, would be Hannah Sue on Harbor Pilot. That horse, though, I think you could put in a good test. The show jumping, if she can get it organized, sometimes she's really good in the show jumping, and then other times he gets strong on her.
Yeah.
And it just would be really interesting to watch that horse jump around that cross country, because if he's smoking and she's got the control, he certainly has the experience to be super competitive.
Look, I would want that for Hannah Sue because she's gone through an injury that's been really hard on her. And I saw her a month ago at Three Lakes, and I was like, how are you doing? And she was like, this is just a bummer.
I think it's one of those things that I don't think anybody realized quite how bad it was.
Right.
I don't think she realized.
Yeah. I think they didn't really diagnose it. It was sort of like Boyd's injury, but they didn't diagnose her until 3 weeks later for the same thing.
Right.
So
right.
Anyway, Hannah Sue, we hope I hope you win it because you deserve it, and what a trooper and what a tough girl you are.
Yeah. But it's a pretty pretty stacked list here.
It is.
That'd be fun to watch.
I know Colleen is on there with Covert Rights. And let me shout out to the Rutledge family for, Brian going through his heart attack stuff and their child. And I think they're a family that's resilient, and
they are a tough family.
We should stand behind them because they're really tough. They really care about this eventing sport, and I read some of their Facebook page posts, and I'm like, I don't know if I could do what they do.
No, they're tough people.
They're pretty tough,
and just the things they've had with their health issues with the kids and everything, and how Colleen still shows up and she's smiling and
all the
gritty
time.
and tough. They're awesome people, an inspiration, quite honestly.
They are, and we're shouting out to y'all and hope everything's going well, and we hope that Colleen does well at the event.
Absolutely. So, Alex, we've talked about what's going on now and Fiona and Ellie and your future and where you're going. But why don't we just talk a little bit about where you grew up, how you got into the sport, and how you got to where you are now?
Yep. So I'm from Chicago originally, in a suburb of Chicago called Wayne, which everybody that has kind of been in the eventing knows Lamplight. And that was a great horse show kind of facility back.
Right.
It was a while ago now. It was probably 10 years ago that they had events.
For some of us, it was 30 years ago.
Yeah. Well,
some of us are older than others.
Yeah, you're way older. But so I grew up there. Yeah, okay, whatever. I grew up there fox hunting and riding and stuff, and my parents both rode. And my dad played polo, my mom did 100 jumpers. So I kind of got into horses through the fox hunting and the 100 jumper stuff, and then the eventing because they had such great events at Lamplight. And then went on to kind of try to do young riders and stuff. And actually the year I was going to go to college, Jon was my young rider coach.
That's me, Jon.
Yep, and I'm going to say nice stuff about him, so hopefully he's paying attention. So he offered me actually a job to be kind of like a paid working student type thing and to help out and stuff. And it was really thrilling to my parents when I told them that.
Yeah, your mom won't even talk to me anymore.
Yeah, I didn't want to go to college at all. So when that came up, it was great.
Didn't you do the same thing, Jon?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, and then I promptly broke my shoulder kind of right when I was supposed to go do that.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
Still went and just loved it. I mean, I saw kind of a different side to eventing and horses, and I can't imagine doing anything else, and I don't think I knew that until I came down here. So ever since then, I've kind of been
I would
at
like
it
to take some credit here. So Alex and Ellie, I introduced them.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. I'd been after Ellie for a long time, but I think you kind of made it.
It was at Colorado Springs.
Ah, good job. You actually introduced him because I was there the first day that Alex saw Ellie.
It was not at Colorado Springs.
Wait. It wasn't Colorado Springs.
Chattahoochee.
It was Chattahoochee.
Yeah.
Chattahoochee Hills, Colorado Springs.
Oh, yeah. That was Chattahoochee. I was thinking Colorado Springs for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you introduced her to somebody else.
No, I did not. It was you.
So
we knew who she just broke up with.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I have a funny story about Alex, which I actually told at their wedding, so he knows what's coming. But I was having a lesson with David on the property. Ellie was a working student.
Right.
And I jumped the horse around, and we were up on the top hill on top of the ring, actually right next to their now farm. And we went to walk down the hill to hack down, and Alex was a bit ahead of me. And when I got down to the bottom of the hill on my horse, he turned to me and said, "Oh my God, did you see that girl?" And I looked at him and I said, "You mean the good-looking brunette in the tight gray pants and the blue sweater taking the blanket off of the third horse on the left?"
That's the one.
Yeah, that one.
And he goes, "Yeah, that one." I go, "No, man, I never saw her. I'm married."
That's a good
And he
story.
looked at me and said, "I'm going to marry that girl." And I was like, "You got to be joking." And then boom, fast forward, here they are.
Yeah.
And
what a woman.
And it's funny because I told that story at the wedding, and then Ellie actually got a little bit of a concerned look in her face, like perhaps she had actually married her stalker.
Or what if it wasn't her?
She's probably going, wait.
It was.
I wasn't
It
there.
definitely was. But
No, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
So back to your Chicago, coming down here, your mother, I actually met her.
Yeah. Yeah, and she
long
lives
ago,
5 minutes down
and
the road
She
now.
was a cosmetologist. I don't know if she's still practicing.
Yeah, a little bit. She dabbles. Yeah. She's
Well, I
still
own
in
a barber,
Yeah,
cosmetology
yeah.
and barbering school. I don't cut hair.
No, he doesn't, which is shocking.
I know that now.
Yeah, I know. He does cut hair.
You do cut hair.
He does cut hair.
Not good.
He does cut hair. I've got a lot of good hair cutting stories. We'll get into those at another
You
time.
still need to find somebody that cuts your hair right.
My hair looks great.
It does?
Yeah, it does. It's all about where you put the emphasis on that. But in the meantime, why don't
Alex's hair looks good.
we've got coming up in the next segment here, we've got an interview, a phone interview we did with Jane Murray.
Yep, Carolina horse park.
Yeah, and there's some
international,
big-
$100,000 prize.
Lot of
Big
dough.
prize money,
A
yeah.
lot of money.
That's right. So we're going to have that coming up in the next segment. So again, thanks for joining us here at the Horse Trailer Pro Studios. Let's go to break, and we'll be back and have an interview with Jane Murray.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Special thanks to our contributing sponsor, Black Horse Farm, Fox Hunting and Eventing. Located in Area 4, Black Horse Farm and the Mossback Hounds in Elizabeth, Illinois, welcome active USEA eventers to come join them for an introductory fox hunt free of charge. Ride with Master of the Hounds, Tony Leahy, and the Mossback Hounds over some of the finest hunt territory in the entire country. For further details, visit Black Horse Farm on Facebook to arrange for a ride sponsor. Jump for Joy show jumps are FEI approved or perfect for your private farm. They're easy to move and high quality and durable, so there's never any painting or scraping required. Need a custom jump with your farm logo or a sponsor jump to place on course? The options are endless. Jump for Joy has something for every budget and can work with you on design. These are just a few of the jumps that we've had custom built for us over the years by Jump for Joy. Check them out at jumpforjoyusa.com. You can compare, you can contrast, but in the end, there's only one ultra-premium horse feed, Pro Elite Horse Feed. Its nutrition-locked formulas ensure quality, its advanced amino acid profiles maximize performance, its regulated starch and sugar levels mean confident calorie sourcings, and its superior digestibility leads to an overall healthier horse. When it comes to feeding your champion horse, there is no competition. There's Pro Elite Horse Feed. For more information, visit www.proelitehorsefeed.com. Grand Prix eventing at Bruce's Field in Aiken, South Carolina. The triathlon of horse sports, dressage, show jumping, and cross country. Join us February 28th and 29th for Aiken's Eventing Showcase, live on EQTVnetwork.com. All right, well, welcome back to the Jon and Rick Show, the voice of Horse Radio Network's eventing radio show, presented by Horse Trailer Pros. And we're going to get a little wrap-up segment here with Jane Murray from Carolina International. But before we do that...
You got to say, though, we're also the voice of the Horse Network Radio.
I think I just said that.
Did you?
I did.
I didn't hear it. I tuned you out.
We're the I'm pretty sure I said. It's right here in print. The
Can
voice.
you say it one more time so I can hear it better?
The voice of the Horse Radio Network's eventing radio show, presented by Horse Trailer Pros.
You did do that well. I'm sorry. I really tuned out. Sorry.
Yeah, he does that sometimes.
That's all
But the one thing we want to talk about before we get into Jane Murray and Carolina International is I was just over the other day at Sweet Dixie South, jumping around at one of the jumper shows, and was so impressed with the entire facility.
It was our. I've been there several times. I think we went there like before the last show, and we're both there, and then we've gone back again. I can't tell you, Sweet Dixie South off of Highway 318 has transformed into a really amazing facility.
It was always a nice place, but it's incredible now.
It's transformed.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done the cross country. They put in a lot of cross country jumps and done a great water facility. The footing and the show jump ring is amazing. They have a dressage rings. They have side derby rings. They have barns and nice stalls and apartments and all kinds of stuff happening there.
And you know why that is because when I was there, I was riding around the ring and I thought, what an incredible place. And then I looked over and Joe Adams from Top Rail Tack was there, and they were going over with a professional who deals with irrigation to make sure that the sprinkler heads they had on the water cannons got better coverage of the ring because it was missing the center 10 feet, and they wanted to make sure everything was perfect.
Yeah,
and it's that attention to detail.
Yeah, and Joe Adams, being from Top Rail Tack, is an intricate part of Mike's farm there. And I forgot what the plantation's called. It's Pine something plantation, but it's 165 acres. Joe Adams came on board probably January or so and has done an amazing job just really helping Mike get it put into shape. And Joe owns a really cool tack store called Top Rail Tack that's always at the horse shows. And we
I use it all
the time.
All the time. I've got an account there, which is a little bit dangerous because a lot of my people know that I have an account there.
You can have an account?
But none of you guys can go on my account. Only I'm allowed to go on my account.
I have to use my American Express every single time I go in there.
Okay, well, my account is actually my credit card. I just like to feel like it's an account because it makes me feel more important.
Okay, that makes me feel better. I thought you were giving favoritism there, Joe.
I actually try to put it on your account. You won't let me. No, but it's a great place. And Joel has that Top Rail Tack. Great place to go. I don't know how he finds time to do that and run Sweet Dixie South and keep that going. But
we wanted to bring you up to snuff on that, and they're great people and a great place to go. If you haven't been there, go visit it. If you haven't visited Top Rail Tack, do the same. We're going to talk about Carolina International.
Yeah, so like we said, ton of prize money, but on top of that, it's just a great event to go to. It's really a preparation event for the horses that are going to be going to Kentucky 5-star. Pretty much. If you're going to go to Kentucky to do the 5-star, you're going to go to Carolina International and do the 4-star competition there over Ian Stark's course.
Right. It's amazing. Actually, we have an interview with Jane Murray that we did over the phone.
Yep.
We're going to play that for you and let you listen to the interview, and she'll talk about the great job she does at Carolina International Horse Trials. She really goes out of her way with all her sponsors and the people that she does to take care of the competitor, the owners, the footing, everything there is amazing. You can go and just have a great time. Let's listen to the interview.
Jane, welcome to our show.
Well, thank you for having me.
We're excited to have you here, and we're actually really excited because we heard the news that there is a whole lot of prize money coming to the event.
Yeah, we have really worked hard on several fronts. One is obviously for the owners who are asking for more prize money and really help to defray the cost of the sport. And so, thanks to the huge generosity of our major sponsors, they have been able to get us from 65, which we've done for the past 2 years, to 100,000 this year.
Which is amazing, $100,000. And I know, Jane, that you've split that up for the divisions, and I can't off the top of my head remember how that works. And I know.
Yeah. The big news is that 50,000 of it goes to the 4-star.
Right.
Which gives the winning, according to the FEI rules, which we have to stick to, just over 16,000 going to the winner.
Wow. Yeah, and to your point on the FEI, so the FEI requires you on prize money to award 22% of the division?
Yeah, the FEI requires that no more than 33% goes to the winner, and then you must go down 33% of the order.
Oh, wow. 33%.
So you've got to go, depending on how big the class is, and we have as big as it has been, but it is many people, so we've got to cover 33% of the people who actually start the event. So, in the past, that's been 16, 17 people. So, we would love it to be less diluted, but that's what the FEI requires, and we run with that.
No, I think it's great, and it's good because you go there, you have a good showing, you finish in the top 30%. To get a check is super helpful for everybody.
Well, and in talking to Rick a little bit earlier, there are several things that I think, we have a very robust organizing committee and leadership group at Carolina, represented by riders and trainers and administrative people like myself who focus more on the sponsorship. But there are really several layers that we kind of think about, which is first and foremost that we hope no one leaves with a bad experience, that they're treated well, that they go away thinking, even if it wasn't the best competition weekend, that they had a great experience otherwise. But, number one are the owners. These are the people who are paying the bills, and we're trying to listen to them. We've talked a lot with event riding owners task force who have really been really important in guiding us. Obviously our sponsors, the athletes, both the horses and the riders, and ensuring with them that they have great ground, that they have ideal competition situation, and obviously the spectators. You know, we need people on the ground. That's what our sponsors want, and they look forward to seeing boots on the ground and people buying their products. So, you know, it's several layers of ensuring that owners, sponsors, athletes, spectators really get a great experience.
I can tell you as an experience as a competitor and as an owner, I'm so impressed with what y'all do there. It is one of the best, if not the best, events that I go to where I'm treated really well as a competitor and as an owner. And it's amazing what you do and how you facilitate everything, and it's really appreciated. And all the way down to even, you know, getting food in the rider's tent or having our owners always taking care of in the sponsor tents. It's amazing, and you do a great job.
Well, you know, that just goes back to what I was saying earlier. We really understand and value the people who make this sport happen. And, you know, we would love to do more with trying to expose the sport to a much broader fan base. And we try to do that through sponsorship, through live streaming, through, you know, all of the social media we put out there, and getting people to really understand that there is really an option here to have a great weekend, even if you don't know horses. So, and we're very lucky to be positioned right next to Fort Bragg. And it's an interesting time right now with a lot of the 82nd Airborne and others at Fort Bragg being sent over to Iraq. So we have partnered carefully with a not-for-profit who really works with reintegrating families who have service people who have been overseas or in combat. And so we're delighted about that partnership.
That's
they
amazing.
help us through, you know, giving us great volunteers, which is wonderful. But, you know, it's what's interesting about this particular geographic area is that it's not in Ocala, it's not in Aiken, but, you know, we're quite proud of our relationships with the military and with the sort of tried and true owners and the equestrian experience people have here. And we're quite lucky with that.
Yeah. I you know, that is, and it's a great draw for you to get that kind of help that you need, but it's also, you know, having people near us like Fort Bragg that are serving our country and doing things for us is an amazing, you know, wonderful thing for us.
Exactly. I mean, 2 weeks ago when all of us sort of went into a hash with the whole Iraq thing, all those families were told, oh, you have 11 hours to get on a plane. And, you know, it wasn't really 11 hours. It was 11 hours till takeoff, but they had to leave their house in like 2 hours. And all these families need something to put their stake in the ground with and get their kids out and be in the outdoors and enjoy and feel like they're giving back. So they have been incredible to us. So we're really lucky.
All right, Jane. So the thing that I wanted to ask you about was actually the course and how that's all coming along.
Yep. Ian was here last week with Tyson Romano doing the building, and he was very clear. And we always ask Ian, you know, what's your strategy? So his strategy is these courses will be up to standard. He will not back down from that. So the 4-star is up to standard based on getting people ready for Kentucky or for Jersey or wherever they're going from there. But it will not be back down from, you know, what he sees in other courses. So in addition to that, the 2 and the 3-star courses are very much a lead up to that, where he has changed distances, he's changed maybe the width of the jumps, but they are really designed to be educational to get you from the 2, 3 to the 4-star level. So you get the experience of a certain combination or question, but with a little bit of easier question, but he's really dedicated to that.
That's amazing. That's really good. So the real question everybody wants to know is, can you give us any insight on any of the fences that maybe these riders are going to have to tackle next week?
Well, well, hopefully it's not next week, but it's soon. But yeah, it will be. He's adding some additional things. He really has focused on putting a big Normandy bank in for the 4 and 3-star, so that people are going to have, off of really good ground, but a super different question than they've had in the past. And he's changed the course around. It's a similar track, but he is really looking to make it more efficient. And he's also looking to really keep the time super tight. So that
it's going to be a real test, and it sounds like there's some new fun stuff to do there.
Yeah, Jane.
Exactly.
So remind us the dates for that.
March 19th through 22nd.
And I'm going to be there. John's going to try to be there. We're really excited about this, and we appreciate you coming on and talking about it.
You bet. Thanks for having me. I mean, we're really excited about it.
Well, thank you again.
All right, guys. Talk soon. See ya.
It was great talking with Jane on the Carolina International.
Yeah, it was really cool of her to take the time.
She has a lot to say, and she should. She should be very proud of what she's doing. Look, we've had a great second show. I can't tell you how much fun I have with you. And
likewise, it's been fun.
I want to really thank some people for what they've done for us. Matt Taub and Maxine for being able to be here, being presenting sponsors of the Horse Trailer Pros, doing all this for us.
And letting us take over their place to
right?
make it into the studio.
Yeah, and we got to really thank Glenn Hebert of Horse Radio Network.
Yep.
We are now the Eventing Radio Show's voice.
Yeah, so we are the Eventing Radio Show.
So, we are taking the torch from Max and from Joe Meyer. We talked about them several times over the last couple shows. They've done it for years. It was the Eventing Riders Association of North America's show.
Yep.
I'm on the executive board, but that association really needs y'all's support, needs you to join. We do a lot for people with the riders and issues like the FEI flag rule. We'll stick up for you if you need it. So think about that. What else do we need to do?
Yeah, and then obviously we need to thank Joel Wiesner and EQTV for putting this all together for us and being the greatest producer we could possibly have. And I don't know how he did it, but he got this whole thing done and produced today, and he's doing Bruce's Field tomorrow.
I don't know how.
He's incredible.
We're going to thank Doug for the Wonder Woman invisible airplane that he flew down here, picked him up, and took him back up there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doug.
Yeah, good job, Doug.
And Joel,
thank you, Joel.
Have
fun
amazing.
Tomorrow.
Thank you.
You're all right. You do a pretty good job.
Rick Wallace.
And I have Don Holling here with me.
3 phases, dressage, cross country, show jump. And you're out on course and something's going wrong or going right. You know how to react to what they're doing.
It was built originally to be a schooling facility, and so everything's set up very conveniently.